Major League Baseball has announced that they are going to suspend and fine members of the Tampa Bay Rays and the New York Yankees for the altercation that happened after the game with the benches being cleared, which in a baseball game usually just means people get huddling around in a circle and talking about stuff, and then the bullpen comes out trotting because they kind of have to do that, which is dumb. But getting on to the suspensions, fines, Aroldis Chapman got suspended 3 games. That's the most out of both teams, and fined an undisclosed amount for intentionally throwing 101 mile an hour pitch at the head area of Mike Brousseau in the top of the 9th with 2 outs remaining. Chapman has also previously been disciplined in his career for intentional throwing at the head, so that could explain maybe the 3-game suspension and the fine. Yankees manager Aaron Boone and Kevin Cash of the Rays have both received 1-game suspensions and an undisclosed fine. Boone received that punishment for Chapman's actions, and Cash received that punishment for his ejection and his post-game comments. Boone and Cash will serve their suspensions Wednesday. Chapman could appeal this. He probably will. But I doubt it would get overturned. I'm surprised about because didn't a Rays pitcher throw around, not as close as Chapman did, but around the head area in the top of the 8th? In the top of the 8th. That's top of the 8th. Or bottom of the 8th. I'll get it right eventually. I only have 2 options. But that's from MLB's release about it. Not unless his name wasn't on here, but that's surprising. Unless they're giving it to Chapman because of the retaliation. But that might be in retaliation to Tanaka throwing the hardest pitch all night he threw, which was I think 95 at Joey Wendell. But baseball's weird. That's just another one of the unwritten rules. You hit my guy, I gotta hit your guy. If you do it again, I'm gonna do it again. Or I'm at least gonna scare the hell out of you, as with Chapman. But Rays are number 1 in that division. Yankees have been skating the past week. Maybe this can kick them in the pants. Try and get that fire burning. And just hope they can at least win the division. I mean, they're making the playoffs, most likely. So that's not a problem. But no, I mean, Rays have looked good this season. Yankees have looked injury-prone again, considering Glass boy over there in Judge cannot seem to stay healthy. LeMahieu's, I think, the only guy that plays that never gets hurt relatively, at least 120 games. But no, and then there was 2 games yesterday that if you were a fan of San Francisco and St. Louis, their offense showed up finally. If you were a fan of Colorado and Cincinnati, you wanted to turn the TV off after the first, after going into the bottom half. Start with the worst one. Giants beat the Rockies 23-5. Alex Dickerson, who you could say had a career day, tied Willie Mays' record for total bases in a game at 16. He had 3 home runs, 5 extra base hits, 6 RBIs. So that means he had 3 homers would equal 12 total bases plus 2 doubles. There's their 16. But that's, I mean, that's a great company to be in. I mean, probably greatest Giants player to play, maybe. I would say Willie Mays. Uh, I mean, 6 RBIs. That's nothing to slouch out. Slouch at. Dickerson himself would have beat the Rockies. Donovan Solano also had 6 RBIs, and Brandon Crawford also had 6 RBIs. So, I mean, that's 18 out of the 23 runs scored by 3 people. Giants offense showed up. John Gray. It's one good year, one bad year. Because 2017 he was really good. 2018 he had a bad year. 2019 he rebounded. Had not a 2017 like season, but it was good. And then this year he's leading the league in earned runs allowed and it's just not looking good. It's off and on with John Gray, because I remember around 2017 when they beat the Rockies in the wild card. That might have been 18. I thought it was 17. It was John Gray, it was Marquez, and that was looking like your core pitcher. You still have the guys, those 2 guys, but they seem to switch on who's good, who's bad when, and can they stay healthy. And the bullpen didn't help, or didn't stop the bleeding anyway, so that wouldn't have mattered. 5 runs usually in a game will get you to win. Just not when your pitching staff gives up 23 runs. But no, great day for Dickerson, Solano, and Crawford, and I think Longo had an RBI or 2. I think Mauricio Dubon, I think, had an RBI. Just good offensive day from the Giants. Got to keep that up, especially in the NL West, where you have the Dodgers and the Padres most likely going to be the ones going to be the top 2 in the division. So maybe you can snag 3rd. Maybe. I mean, Arizona sold at the deadline. Zach Gallen's looking pretty good, though. Rockies are struggling because they never have pitching, or good enough pitching. Maybe they can snag 3rd. I wouldn't be surprised if they're probably 4th. And then on to the exciting level, maybe about the same between these 2 games. Less runs scored, but Cardinals beating the Reds 16-2. Cardinals didn't do a damn thing at the trade deadline. Reds bought bullpen. They got Archie Bradley. I think it was bullpen. They got Archie Bradley, and I thought they got somebody else. But whoever it was didn't do much in this game. I mean, Sonny Gray got hit hard as soon as the game started. He gave up 6 runs in the first inning. Or 5 runs, I think. 5 or 6 in the first inning. And just like Alex Dickerson had a career day for the Giants, Brad Miller had a career day for the Cards. I mean, 7 RBIs, 4 hits. I believe 2 of them were homers. Colton Wong was 4 for 4. He was 4 for 4 before the 5th inning. He reached base 5 times. He walked in the 5th, and then I think he got pulled or something, because I didn't see him the rest of the game. Unless I was just missing it. Paul Goldschmidt, who's looking really good this season. I'm really sad that Cardinals don't get a full season out of Goldschmidt, because he is seeing the ball the best he has since he has left Arizona. 1 for 2, 2 walks, 353 batting average. That's top, 5 in the league, probably. Top 10 at least. But Carpenter's struggling, O'Neill's struggling, Harrison Bader's struggling. Bader, I'm a little less surprised with Bader. He's more defensive oriented. Carpenter, you would think with the DH role would help. Tyler O'Neill, Dylan Carlson struggling as well, but they're young guys. They'll get it figured out. Just got to get more playing time, really. But no, the acquisition of Brad Miller, I believe in the offseason. I mean, I think they got him for A, he's a utility man. B, he's friends with Matt Carpenter because they both don't wear batting gloves, so you got to get Carpenter a friend. And there was that stretch where he was with the Phillies where he hit, a home run in 4 straight games. Dude was absolute out of the world for a week. Now Brad Miller's come to St. Louis, and he's a utility guy. The DH helps out a lot. If somebody needs a break, he can go in and play every position, pitcher and catcher. And he's looking great. I think how it was with Tommy Edman last year with the who in the hell is this guy that just comes out and starts doing really well. I think Brad Miller could be that guy this year, at least at the plate. And Kwang Hyun Kim has looked really good in his first 2 starts. I mean, he's 2-0, 0.838 ERA, very small sample size, it's only 2 games. But he's gone at least 6 innings, or 5 innings. He went 5 innings in this game. But he's at least gone 6 innings in his last 2 starts. Limits his runs, limits his hits really well. And his stuff's nasty. Now, the more they play, the more he plays, more teams will figure him out. That's going to happen. Look at Tanaka. Look at, Hideo Nomo, Hiroki Kuroda, Matsuzaka, especially Japanese pitchers that come into Major League Baseball. They're good. They're never good for a long stretch of time. They're good for the short intermediate. And hopefully Kim is an outlier in that. Hopefully he can be good for a prolonged period of time. But no, 16-2 with the Cards win. They lead the league in OPS. So that tells me getting runners on base isn't the problem. Because, we have 4 people batting over 300. That's Goldschmidt, DeYoung, Molina, and I think Miller. Miller's batting over 300. And Miller and Goldschmidt and Miller in that order are leading the team in walks. So we're getting people on base. It's just they cannot bring the guys home. So, granted, they put up 16 runs this game, but now I expect them to put 16 up in the next 3 weeks and probably go on a stretch or go on a dip and slip on the mud. But hopefully that game where everything's clicking, pitching's really good, bullpen didn't suck, offense is hitting great. Hopefully that can remain the norm and not like when Wainwright pitches. He gets not getting run support, not getting runs across. Hopefully that 16 runs can remain the norm. Not every game, but at least average 4 or 5 runs a game. Because usually if you score 4 or 5 runs, you're going to win the game. Usually. Those 2 games were outliers, though. And I did want to close out on this. Marcell Ozuna did hit. He's the first National League player to hit 3 home runs in Fenway Park. Considering how long interleague play has happened since at least 1974, 73, the 70s, early 70s. I'm surprised there has not been a National League player that has hit 3 home runs in Fenway Park. Especially considering, if you're a lefty, you got Pesky's pole, so that kind of helps you out. If you hit it high enough over Fenway, or not over Fenway, over the Green Monster, that surprised me. And Marcell Ozuna never had the problem of offense. He can always deliver on the offense. He's good offensively. It's his defense that is what worries people. And with the DH being in this year, maybe he's getting a little bit more time there. But that's the end of the video. If you guys liked it, press the like button, subscribe down below. That'd be greatly appreciated. Share this video with all your friends and buddies. And I will see you guys in the next